Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy LMAOO Eli, and we're back with another video today. It's been a long hiatus. I think we're going on like a year since my last video, so I figured I'd just give you guys some updates while we're still working on the Z. You know, a year is a long time to have y'all waiting, but you know, let's get into it. We did have some life updates. I'll flip this around. So as you guys see, we are no longer in a Ford. We're back in a Nissan, so we got us a little Titan. You know, have y'all check that out. I'll probably walk around the truck real quick, let y'all see that. Check it out. Nice little Titan. It's 2022. No, we didn't go crazy, get a little Pro 4X or nothing like that. Just base model SV. Nice little truck. It's definitely an upgrade from the single cab F-150. We did get a new job as well, as y'all, can see. I'm flip it again. This is your boy's, work uniform. I am no longer in orange shirts out in the sun. I also have a pretty decent update, that I wanted to share with you guys. We did finally get our own place. Yeah, don't mind, my grass is a little crazy, but now didn't buy a place. We ended up renting with my homeboy right there. He's got a nice little Q50 full bolt-on E85. He rents with us, and just figured it would be the best thing, get our own little spot, because we needed a garage for the Z. Sheesh. I know y'all see that intercooler. Tough. Have y'all check out the garage. It's taken apart right now. The car is still down. We got drag packed. Tough. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have like some parts here. We are doing a little bit of a different setup on this, little time that I had down. I figured I would be buying better parts, upgrade everything, so we don't have the same issues that we had before. If you look, I kind of labeled everything. I figured I'd do like a little unboxing with you guys. Got me a Gretty oil pan. Got a oil cooler from Amazon. We cheaped out, but it's the same thing. Got a little 32 row oil cooler. Got a CSF Performance radiator. This is my old clutch. It's a ACT. I'm not sure specifically all the specifications and stuff like that, but I know it's good to hold up to like 750 horsepower. We're actually getting rid of this, so if you know anybody that needs a clutch, this only has like 600 miles on it. Just kind of been sitting around. I only want $700 for it, so anybody Central Florida area, let me know, and yeah, I'll get it sold to you. We did some fueling upgrades that are in that box down there below, so yeah, let's get into it. I'm probably gonna start cracking stuff open. Oh, actually, let me show you guys something that I did that was pretty cool, or me and my brother did, because he has his own business. I'll probably plug him in here somewhere. He does audio, starlights, fabric swaps for headliners. Check it out. I don't know if you guys can really see, but we ended up swapping out the cloth for the door. It's now Alcantara. Very nice little touch. I don't know if it's showing up well on camera, but I definitely mess with it. It's big difference. We also went ahead and repainted the white on the interior just because it's starting to get smudged up. Like if you could see. Oh damn. Try to refocus. There we go. Yeah, you see all those little smudges and stuff like that, how it looks nasty. Just, I don't know. I think the white is hard, but keeping it clean is an issue. Like if I was able to keep it clean, I think it'd go so hard. Like you see, like everywhere I touch, fingerprints. And I gotta get like a little wipe or something like that and rub it all down. I feel like you guys also haven't really seen the interior of the Z. Obviously it's down right now, but check it out. Got the Brom harness with the Corbeau seats. Carbon fiber everywhere. My little gauge down there for my E85. Air to fuel up there. Boost, oil temps, oil pressure. I think I showed you guys all this stuff before. But, for new viewers that never seen it, we also got a nice little setup back there for our seatbelt harness. Little quarter cage or whatever you would call that, little roll bar. Give you guys a walk around. We did the carbon fiber hatch. It's a tunnel hatch. I think this is so hard on the car, but not everybody would agree. And I think that goes hard. I just think the black and white combo is different. You know, when I pull up to a meet, everybody's like, damn, that's Eli. You know, like, you know, especially, I mean, drag pack like that. Whenever you pull up, you don't see a lot of Z's with this setup at all. So, turbo is getting worked on right now. I sent it off to a company in Tampa. They do pretty much everything with turbos. Right now I'm getting a T51R mod on it, and they're resealing it, so that'll be cool. Whenever it gets back, you guys will, you know, get to hear a little bit of a different sound on the car. Should sound like a jet.
That's crazy.
But yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Let's open up some of these things, and I'll go over, you know, what we're doing different with this build. All right. So let's get right into it. Yes, I did have to change it to a tank top. Polo in the garage is crazy. I know, big swole. But yeah, let's get into it. So I've had this on the car previously. Obviously, as you can tell, it's fuel rails. It's made by CJM. It's a good company. They're like just known for all their fueling stuff for Z's. Damn, somebody's being loud as soon as I make my video. That's crazy. But yeah, it's definitely a good part to have. It's not a necessity for going boost. You know, like, you don't have to have this. It's just a good idea. You know, if you do all the other fueling upgrades that they have other than this, you're still gonna make whatever power numbers you're chasing. Yeah, so it's just some hardware for the Grady oil pan. Apparently, whenever you order a oil pan, it does not come with the hardware. It's just weird. So I think it's Concept Z. They make their own kits that, you know, they're able to have this bolt up to your VHR. So I went and bought one of those kits from them. And this is an oil pan. For some reason, it says 350Z DE oil pan. This is obviously not a DE. So I looked up this number here, and whenever I pull it up, it says that if it's HR, DE, VHR, I know D has a different oil pan though, so I'm not sure. But if you look at the number there, it says 350Z HR oil pan, Grady turbo kit. But in here it says 350Z DE. I don't know, but we're gonna open it up, check it out. Give you guys a closer look at it. You know, if you can see that on camera. It looks like it's cast. As you can see, you know, there is like some rough spots in there and stuff like that. It's definitely cast, but look at it, check it out. It's way better than the factory. Factory one is trash. Have Terrence, you know, do his thing whenever he's ready to start installing. It I think it has lines on here for oil feed for your turbo, so that's perfect. Obviously, you know, there's just regular drain on the side as well. It is slightly baffled. You see like little raised pieces in here, you know, just help it out. Yeah, help with like oil slosh and stuff like that. Cause it's like, Grady is like a track focused brand, you know, they're mostly known for like their twin turbo kit, I believe. Cause they make one for 350Zs. I think they make one for 370s as well, but nobody really owns them just cause they're so old. Like those kits are way back in the day. Package that back up, throw it in the box. Oil cooler. I think it's from Evil Energy, that's the brand. They actually make decent stuff. They're an Amazon brand, but they make a lot of like fittings and stuff like that. They make AN lines. I've used them in the past before. We made our own custom oil, or what do we make with them? I think it was actually another oil cooler that we did with them, and no issues with it. Obviously, it's less expensive if you do everything yourself. If you know, are comfortable putting AN fittings on AN lines, you know, you can save some money there. It may not be the same material, because I think there's like a more expensive material that some of these brands like Mishimoto use and stuff like that. And I know that Z1 has a different option for theirs. There's some instructions in here, I guess it comes with. Try to explain to you how to, you know, set up AN lines and stuff like that. So you can see it's like very simple. Yeah, check it out. I'm sure you guys have seen an oil cooler before, but you know, it looks like it's definitely good quality. You know, it comes with that there. You do have to get your own brackets. I think that they do sell brackets online on Amazon that you can use, but it's definitely a good core. I think LMAOO is the better core that they use or something like that. I have no clue the difference between the two, but you know, this looks perfect to me. It'll serve its purpose just fine. Get that back in there. This one is already open. I threw everything in here, just trying to keep it all together. Like I just labeled everything, fueling and everything inside. Try to keep everything organized because we are changing out a lot of stuff and I don't want anything to get confused. So we did upgrade to some big boys for injectors. Maybe I'll check them out. I'm not gonna pull them out of the packages. But we did go ahead and get some Injector Dynamics ID 1700Xs. Before we were running 1300s. ID 1300s are good for 700 horsepower, but we're gonna send this one. You know, if we blow a motor up, it is what it is. Throw some 1700s in there, and then we're gonna try to make some jam. You know, it's 2,500 bucks for a motor, so if we go through one, we go through one. It is what it is. But I figure if we're gonna do it, might as well do it with good parts. It does come with like little pigtails and stuff like that. I got the plug and play ones already. The are currently installed on the car, so we don't need these. We can honestly toss them, but you know, they sell them with that, or you can buy plug and play kits. We did also get some big boys. We got us some. Check it out. We got us some Hellcat pumps, 525 liter per hour. Right now the car is running twin 450s, and when I ended up burning my wiring harness, I was doing some testing or whatever. We found out I was only running one fuel pump. I guess the fuse for one of the pumps just blew and we had no clue, and I was out there just testing and doing pulls with a single pump, and somehow motor survived. I no clue. I don't understand how, you know, because I was pushing it. We were definitely, you know, making it do its thing. Look how chunky that thing is. Whenever we're gonna do installs and stuff like that, we're gonna show you guys. They do have an option. You buy it with this pigtail already on there. They got it greased up from the factory. Ew. But yeah, you can see that's a chunky one. That's a chunky boy. Put that back in there. It comes with kits that you can purchase separately, so it just makes it easy to wire everything up whenever you go to. You see pigtail right there, wires up to the factory stuff. And then it comes with corrugated hose, filter, you know, all your normal stuff that you would expect. Because they don't sell the pumps with that, you have to order it separately. And you know, just try to make it as OEM plus as possible, rather not have to go and wire it up myself like we did on my old Z. And I'm bad at wiring, you know, I showed you guys that in the previous video. Rather not have any issues. Just plug and play everything is the goal. Try to make everything as OEM plus as possible. Which is obviously hard with a, you know, big Turbo Z, but less headache, that's the goal. Alright. And then we got us a Big Daddy package right here. CSF, great brand. I had one of these radiators before on my Black Sea, but when I wrecked it, obviously, you know, it got destroyed. I don't know why I didn't do this before on this car. You know, cooling is like, you know, that's a big thing. Whenever you're running big power, you definitely got to keep that motor cool. Let's cut that open.
Hours later.
Check it out. Big boy. Looks like it came in good. Here we go, check out the back. There are some fins like right here. Look like they got dented. Backside as well, there's a few. I think it's a triple pass. Where are they at? Yeah, there's a few that are like dented, but it's not the end of the world, you know. If it's dented, it's dented. You do have to make sure you buy the right ones, just because it comes with condenser built into it from the factory. It's like OEM plus, kind of. Let's see if I show you guys that. See all the lines there. Runs to your condenser. So you gotta make sure if you have a manual car or auto car, you buy the correct one, or else you can be in a very bad position. No AC is kind of crazy. So throw that back in the box. Yeah, I think. All right, and this is something I'm actually really excited about. Show it to you guys a little bit closer. This guy out in California, he's a fabricator for all kinds of Z stuff. If you're looking at this, you know, like, what the heck is that? You have no clue. I mean, I would kind of expect that just because it's not a typical thing to see on a Z. This is a anti-roll bar. So you delete the sway bar, and that deletes the sway bar, and install that there. That makes sure that you're loading each tire at the same time. So with independent suspension, you know, one tire might be loaded up, the other one's not. That's how you end up with a car kicking out. That is not what we're wanting to happen. This is gonna kind of, all right, one tire is loaded up, it's gonna send force to the other side and make sure that other tire is gripping too, so we're going in a straight line at all times. There's like only one other car with this on it. I think it's Kyle that has it. He's the world's fastest 350Z, and he's running this. Obviously, Olmedos out in California, he's running this as well on his car, but his car is not out yet. So I'll be excited to see how this helps it stay in a straight line, just because I have had traction issues in the past, and you know, spinning ain't winning, or at least spinning sideways ain't winning. You know, if I'm spinning in a straight line, I'm golden. You know, I'll stay in it all day. Yeah, but that's it pretty much. That's all I wanted to show you guys. We are gonna have a lot going on with this build. I do have some, actually, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. I just realized, you know, I bought all these parts and I just kind of, you know, been waiting to put them together. This is over the past year that I've been buying everything. You know, it may not look like that much stuff, but in the grand scheme of getting a place and a new truck, car parts are kind of put on the back burner. Now I'm just getting back into it. So it's just everything I've been able to accumulate over the past year. Throw that back into there. Let me bring out what I want to show you guys next. Right there, so you guys can get an idea of the difference. It's very subtle, but it's enough that somebody knows these cars. They would look at it, they'd be like, oh, you know, that's a base model Z, and he's got, you know, bumpers on it. He's got Fismo. I throw them on there. Can't tell no difference. You just be like, damn, that Z is tough. Like the only real difference is like it kind of has like a little square piece that kind of comes down on the bottom there. I'll probably install them without paint so you guys can get like a better visualization of it. And then, you know, obviously whenever I take it to get painted, I'm gonna do the entire car. So I'm gonna leave the rear bumper black, and I'm thinking all the white pieces, I'm gonna have it all resprayed white. The roof is just wrapped black. We're not gonna touch that. We're gonna leave that alone. Right now, we're gonna be running no hood. I want to get another carbon fiber hood. I know you guys remember my hood. That one ended up getting cracked too much, not savable. I wanted to send it to somebody to get it re-cleared, but it just wasn't savable. And I have a stock hood back there behind the car, but I don't know if I want to chop up a stock hood. I might, you know, we'll see, you know. But yeah, that's the last of it. You guys have any questions about the build? Anything's going on? You know, drop a, you know, what is it called? Comment. I was gonna say a DM. That's crazy. I mean, you could DM me too. Instagram. It's all the same thing as YouTube. Slomo_Eli. I give you a rundown of everything probably in the description. Let you know my full parts list so that you can build a fast Z as well. Yeah. But other than that, appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, stay tuned for more videos. You know, this summer the car will be outside. You know, and it should be faster. You know, obviously we were pushing it. I think on kill we had 18 psi going through it before the wiring harness all got melted and stuff like that. There's another thing that we did. We did get a up pipe fabricated for it because that was where we were having issues. You see, I said I was about to end this video and I didn't even end it. Let me show you guys that as well before we go. My neighbor is a welder. He actually welds for NASA and stuff like that, so he definitely knows what he's doing. We reused the V-band clamp from here that went to the turbo. We added a flex joint down at the bottom. As you can see, welds are very nice. Did a really good job with it. And we reused the one at the bottom just because I didn't want to switch nothing around just in case it wouldn't fit back up, because I didn't want to, you know, have to do anything to the crossover pipe. I figured just leave everything how it was, reuse all the V-bands, and should have no issue. The difference between this one and the one before, RIP, my guy Raul, who I bought the car from, he ended up actually passing away tragically. Don't want to get into that too much, but yeah, he ended up welding up the up pipe for it himself, and from here to here, he ended up making it 2-inch. It needed to be 2.5 inch all the way through. It was just too restrictive, and I think that was causing our heat. Yes, we are going to have a little bit more boost lag because, you know, when you constrict air, it moves faster. Think about it, you know, you're blowing air through a small straw versus blowing air through a big straw. You're going to get more air overall, so more top end power with this setup, doing 2.5 inch all the way through. But you're going to lose a little bit of that low end, which is fine because I think that, you know, we were spinning so much already. This might help with that. You know, it'll get us a little bit more RPM, a little bit more mile per hour before boost fully kicks in. So it goes 2.5 inch and then it merges up to 3 inch right up the neck so that we can mount that right up to the turbo. I wish I had pictures of the old one, because the old one you could see just how restrictive it is. Like, this piece down here was so skinny. Yeah, but I think that this is the last little piece that we needed to get this car going. I did get a wiring harness as well. No need to show you guys that. You know what an OEM wiring harness looks like. Okay, so now I think I'm done. I think that I showed you guys everything I wanted to show you. Like I said, any kind of questions, anything like that, go ahead and, you know, just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see in the future. If you want to catch a run in your Central Florida area, you know, hit me up. Let me know. We can make something happen, you know. Bust a couple of gaps. Maybe put a little money down. But, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. And, you know, go and stop by Instagram. Check it out. Drop some likes, you know. Go back, view some of my old runs, you know, little content there. But, yeah, peace.